The Dawn of War intro is still one of my favourite cinematics of all time. It aged extremely well, besides the Commander's battle cry at the end. But let's look past that, because this is an old game. Anyway, how's it going, buddy old pals? I'm Zwabberjack and welcome to the original Dawn of War. Some of you may know this game already. As you can tell, it's aged along with the rest of the Imperium, but it's a cult classic. This game is a perfect game to pick up for starters if you're unfamiliar with the Warhammer franchise. I'm going to be playing through the campaign of the game. I've recently got back into the franchise quite obsessively, and I want to refresh myself, so this is how I attempt on doing that. I have refreshed myself a little bit, so I'm not terrible, but maybe you might learn something. Or maybe you guys can teach me things along the way if you're familiar with the game. I plan on doing one mission an episode in this little mini-series. I first got this game back around 2008, so for me it's like finding one of your childhood toys stuffed away in a box and being flooded with flashbacks. I'm not even really a fan of other games like Dawn of War. I think it's the particular universe it's set in. Pretty crazy stuff goes on in these parts of the woods. Seeing the grim dark future that I kinda have fantasies about being in, could you blame me for wanting to waltz around in a mech suit? These guys here are the Space Marines. They are genetically engineered bona fide badasses that have 2 hearts and 3 lungs. Apparently some can even puke acid into your face like a wretched space creature. Why, you ask? Who the hell knows, but I dig it and I bet you will too. Alright, we're gonna jump straight into it and play the campaign. So we're just gonna start on mission 1. Let's get into it, shall we? Planetfall. Here we have the Orcs. They're my favourite race in the Warhammer universe. Like, who doesn't want to play as an Orc, man? Look at them. So cool, man. Pretty dumb though. There's some big old dummy Orcs. But what the Orcs are very good at is melee combat.
Hold the line! In the name of the Emperor, you will not falter!
It looks like they're faltering pretty hard if you ask me. Them Orcs are messing them up, man. Is he shooting his own men? He's executed them. He's gonna take on the whole Orc army himself. What a crazy man. Oh, here we are. The Space Marines. So as I said, I don't play many other games like this, so I might play this like a freaking noob. But I'm just going to play it the way I know how to play it.
And that's the win. So good thing we're playing the Space Marines, because victory is our way. And as you'll find out, victory is the way of the Emperor.
I am Captain Gabriel Angelos of the Blood Ravens 3rd Company. Status.
My lord, forgive me. We have done all we can to stop the Orcs, but we have failed. My men's lives
Do not
are yours.
threat, I am
You stood your
here
ground
with my
in the face
janky
of
animations.
foes. You've done your duty.
And my funky looking
If your men have
knees.
failed you, I will leave their judgment in your hands.
Thank you, my lord.
I am not here.
Oh,
for
what a
your
rude
thanks.
man.
This port must be held if we are to
I
maintain
mean,
troops and supply lines to the
The
planet's
Space Marines
surface.
are kind
That
of
is
like
why we are here.
racist,
Now,
religious
what of the
warlords,
wounded and the
if you think
civilians?
about it.
Stranded.
Well, they are.
We have
They
few
just are.
ships.
There's
Now
no
you
doubt
shall
that they
have
are.
more. All Blood Raven flights execute
So
protocol
we're playing as the
23 and
Blood
initiate
Ravens
civilian
in this
evacuation.
campaign.
We will dispatch
And
the ground forces.
I'm pretty sure they're
lord.
particularly known for
forces,
just
my
being
lord.
ruthless.
But the Orcs have retreated.
Just kind of the killers, the
You must know
marauders
your enemy to
of the
defeat
Space
them,
Marines, I
Colonel.
think.
Orcs
Correct me if
only
I'm wrong,
retreat
but I'm
when
not too sure
they
about
will
the lore,
keep
but
coming
I do
until
like the
you
universe.
Or they are dead.
Alright, here we are. We've got our first base set up. So what we're going to do is wait for our builders. It's auto-saving. It does a little
What a
freeze when it
glorious day
auto-saves.
for a battle. As the
A
stronghold,
glorious
our
day
frontline
it is
battle
indeed.
headquarters is currently being assembled. We should proceed
can
with
see that.
caution until it is finished.
Alright, so what we should do is with our Space Marine squad here, our main objective in this game is to capture these strategic points to gain position in the map. So that's what we're going to do
The
first.
stronghold is complete. We must now set about establishing a proper frontline base. We
Alright.
must start capturing strategic points.
So if
These
you're
three
unfamiliar with the
closest
game, I'm just
strategic
going to do a
points will
little
for
bit of
now.
explaining. It
Let us
doesn't hurt
capture them
to.
first, and then
I
move
guess
on to the
most of
others.
the people watching this by now would probably know this game, but anyway. The 1, 2, 3,
The
maybe
first thing we
5 of
need
you
is a
watching.
chapel barracks.
This is
That
a
will
barracks
allow us
and
to
this is
call
how you
down
get your
more
troops.
Space Marine squads.
And the builders are going to go ahead and build that up while our Space Marines are capturing these points.
Praise the Emperor.
What I'm going to do is use control to select the captain and the Space Marines. I'm going to attach him to that squad. That way he will just stick around that squad and do his own thing with them. Kind of gives them a morale boost as well because they have a captain by their side. So what I just did there was build a listening post on the strategic point we just captured. That will give us increased resource gain and some more territory to build in, which is always good. I mean, did you hear that? We can build more Space Marines. And the more hulking mech suit, freaking genetically engineered warlords we have, the better. You know what I mean? Do you hear what I'm putting down? I think you do. Alright, what we're going to do with this builder is build another listening post. We're under fire. Orkskis.
Special weapons.
As
We
you'll
must build
hear
an armory to get access
later
to
on, the Space Marines tend to be quite racist to anything not human, and they call the orcs greenskins or scum. Betrayers.
Brother.
So we got our listening post set up now, which is good. We're got another Space Marine squad. If we click this little plussy thing, we'll get more members to our squad. So we've got a little army rolling here. Ooh, Orc Gretchen. So these Orc Gretchen are the builder units. They're kind of spying on us right now. What we're going to do is just grab one of our squads and move them up and wipe them out, because we don't want them spying on us. What they're going to do is just absolutely slaughter all those little goblins, and you'll hear them scream and suffer in pain. And all the Space Marines are really saying is, "For the Emperor!" Because that is our way. Everything is done at the will of the Emperor. But as you saw, that was pretty easy work. So we're going to find our next capture point, and we're just going to select all
While the
these
enemies of the Emperor still
squads
draw breath,
and
there
move them
can
over
be
here,
no
because that's
peace.
where the game wants us to go. This is kind of just a tutorial mission. There's not much to do in this bit. We can just keep building squads if we want to, if that's what we really want to do, and really just build an army. But at this point we don't have what's this called? We don't have much of a squad cap at the moment, so we can't build an insane amount of troops, but we can keep building them. They're going to go ahead and capture that up, so I'm going to get this builder ready over here to build a listening post, and I'll move him over there to build some stuff as well.
What's your order?
You kind of want to keep your builders around where you're working
We've captured
the
several
map at the
strategic
time,
points.
because then you can
Strategic
build
points and
turrets
building listening
later on
posts
and
them
protect
earns
yourself
us more
and stuff.
requisition resource, which we can use when we build squads and equipment.
So what the captain just explained is we capture these strategic points to gain requisition resource, and that's kind of how we build our troops, upgrade our stuff, build new buildings, all that good stuff. Later on, we're meant to build generators, which I don't think we can build right now. No, we can't.
Listening posts on all our captured points.
But what we can do is build an armory, and that will give us upgrades for our troops. But for power, you build generators, and they just provide you with power like you would think a power generator does.
They must have a base somewhere within the walls of this Imperial facility. But where?
He really likes to cut in when I'm talking, doesn't he? I need to freaking give him a slap for that. Maybe I should just send him in to die by himself. I don't think that would be a good idea. I mean, he would probably win, to be honest with you, if I sent him in there by himself. He would probably just kill them all for the Emperor.
And look there, a break in the spaceport's defensive wall. They must have blasted their way in.
You don't say.
We must destroy
It looks
this
like I've
fort
already
and
passed that
any
defense,
other
my good
foul
captain.
creatures may have constructed.
You're a bit slow on that one. But either way, we're erasing these wretched orcs. As you can see, they go by their WAG banners. They put those up everywhere. And they breed.
Excellent.
They breed
This
like the
orc
wretched
camp has been
fiends of the underground.
destroyed. Excellent. The armory is operational.
I'm just
The
doing
Space
so
Marine
many things
squads
at
can
once,
now
he just wants to
upgrade
talk
their
over
standard
himself now.
bolters to flamers and heavy bolters.
So, what we can do now at the armory, like he said, is we can choose that upgrade, and it's going to give us some heavy weaponry.
Those Imperial
That's a lot of
Guardsmen look like
orcs.
they could use some assistance. Come, brothers.
You're right, Captain. Let's give them some assistance. And as you can see here, we can upgrade
Not forget our power
our
needs.
weapons. I'm going to
Building a
cancel that and
plasma
actually build
generator
some
will supply
flamers.
us with the power we need to keep our force going.
Because flamers are really good against the orcs because they're light infantry. And it burns them. What you would think. Cooks them up. Nice and toasty. So we're going to give at least 2 of our Space Marine squads Scorchers, and we'll give one of them Heavy Bolters, which is just good long range weaponry, really. What do I do with my builders? Where'd they go? Did my builders get killed? Where'd they even go, man? That's okay. We'll use him to build a listening post on that because we need more. I'm just doing some like kind of background preparations here. We'll put 2 of those in there just in case. Where did my other builder go, man? What have I got a Space Marine squad doing down there? Goddamn, guys, why didn't you tell me about that? They're not even getting in blood and battle, man.
I await your instructions.
Alright, I found my other builder. He was hiding behind that barrel there, all camouflage. So we're gonna go ahead and move him up and build another listening post. So we can actually add bolters to this squad as well. More bolters to that squad. May as well add some bolters. We'll make that a purely flamer squad. And I think we've got a pretty good army strength for this mission at the moment. I mean, this mission is pretty easy. It's kind of like the tutorial mission. But let's go ahead and just give them some heavy weaponry as well while he builds that up. Now let's just move them up. Let's move them up straight to the objective. Look at them go. Look at them march in the name of the Emperor. So these are the heavy bolters. And I'm trying to find some flamers up in here. Some of these might be flamers as well. They have like little distinct differences. It's an old game, so the newer games have more. But they do have little distinct differences in the troops. See, those ones, they're the flamers. See them blasting their flames on those orcs. Toasting them up like barbecue. Just chucking them on the barbie, mate. That's what they're doing. So we just saved those Imperial Guardsmen. The Imperial Guardsmen aren't good in close range combat. Space Marines are pretty good all-rounders. They're good at long range combat. They can be pretty powerful in melee combat, but preferably don't put them in melee combat against the orcs. You can get designated melee troops. I tend not to go that way with the Space Marines. I just go from my heavy bolters, my scorchers, and just really give it to them, you know? Like, look at this destruction. I'm really just wiping them out here. Do we have some Imperial Guardsmen over here or something? Yeah, we do. Can we move them? No, we can't move them in this one. Sometimes you can move your allies. In this mission, you can't.
This day shall be a glorious one for the
We're really just erasing everyone. We only lost 1 man out of that whole altercation.
the mutant.
I call that a pretty good trade if you ask me. Take out the Gretchling turret. So usually one squad will just take the capture point and the rest will kind of get around to try and defend them. And as you can see, there is an orc squad up there, so we're going to grab our squads that aren't capturing it and quickly go get rid of them. As you'll see, they're going to go around and really lay a beat down on them orcs. Like, they're just slapping them with their machetes, man. That guy's just blasting them. He's just having a good time. He's like, I've got this new fancy flamer. I'm having fun time out here, killing all these orcs. But as you can see, our troops didn't even take a very big hit. This squad took a pretty big hit. That's okay. We'll regroup them. Doesn't look like we lost anyone else, and we captured that capture point. Oh, we actually missed a capture point. That's all good. I don't think we have to take them. what we can do is start building some power. So we'll get one of our
most beneficent one.
builders, and these are the power generators I was talking about. Pretty simple. You just chuck them down and they'll start producing power for you. I don't really need it at the moment, that's why I kind of skipped over it, because my army's pretty capable at the moment.
He who stands with
But we're going to go capture that. We're going to select these guys and move them up. Did I leave a squad behind? I did. I'm going to move them up to start fighting them.
This orc camp
And
has
I'm
been
sorry we're
destroyed.
missing out on the action, but I'm just checking if we can
Plasma
upgrade
generators
anything. We
will
cannot.
continue to produce power at a constant rate, but there is a limit of how many plasma generators can be built per stronghold.
Thanks, Captain. Alright, we're going to move this squad back because they're taking a pretty heavy hit. We're going to let them regroup. Move this other squad in. And as you would have seen those red rings around the characters, and those represent a squad's morale. And when they go red, it means it's broken, and I think that just debuffs them. I'm not sure how much, but yeah, it kind of makes them weaker. And you don't want their morale to be broken.
My
Get what I'm
faith
saying?
is my
I think you
shield.
get what I'm saying. We're just going to go ahead, capture up all these points. We
This
might as well
day shall be
move
a
the rest
glorious
of
one
our
for the
squadron
Imperial.
up. And you'll hear them say their
Walk
little
softly
quotes.
and carry
He
a
just
big
doesn't
gun.
shut up, man. He just won't stop talking about the Emperor. Alright,
We are
boys in
united
red.
in his
We're here.
service.
I mean, I guess they're boys in red as well. And they really are the boys.
We shall
the
know
orc boys.
no fear.
And that doesn't matter. Here's their outpost. For the Emperor, my brethren.
Space
Show them what
Marines
for. Show them what it is to be a treacherous greenskin on this planet. Yeah, we're just absolutely destroying them. My army's just too much. Too much. They can't even handle the heat. See what I did there? I'm so funny. You don't even understand how funny I am. See, as you'll see, the boys' huts will just keep producing orcs to try and defend them, but it's just not enough and they just get wiped out instantly. The Blood Marines will have their blood and they will have their victory. The enemy shall falter.
Excellent.
Did we win?
This orc
I think we
camp
did
has
it.
been destroyed.
We're getting attacked.
There, that's the last of them. Well
No,
done, Blood
we're getting
Raiders.
attacked.
Victory is ours.
We won though. They sneaky flanked us at the end, but that's okay. We're winning the battle, and that's what matters. That's all the Blood Marines care about. It's just winning the battle. Oh,
I'm
hello.
honored to be in the presence of a librarian. I wish to know how my men can better serve you.
We shall wait for the captain to finish his prayers. I
This
saw you
big
stand
golden
against
dude
the orcs.
is quite an
You are a
ominous
brave
fella,
man, Colonel.
if you ask me.
I wish I could say the same of
And
your men.
I don't quite remember his
strengthen their
backstory, but I
resolve,
know
my
he's
lord.
the librarian,
See that you do,
and I
or
think
we
he's
shall
kind of
do it
like
for you.
the second hand to the Emperor or the
You have
Captain. I'm not
something
sure.
you wish to say.
Don't ask me.
Say
I'm not
it, Colonel.
freaking expert,
How did
man.
you know?
I just like the goddamn name. You see that little interaction there? He's just like, "How did you know?"
It is obvious.
And he's just like, "Yes, I knew."
Is
I
it
looked
true
into
your
your mind.
company eradicated a heresy on the planet of Cyrene recently? An exterminatus, down to the planet's last man, woman and child.
Colonel, your company is welcome, but such questions are not. Do not ask the captain about Cyrene if you intend to remain in his good graces.
I like how his tone of voice just barely changes throughout, like, that
Brother
whole
Captain,
conversation.
The colonel
Even
wishes
here,
an audience with
greeting
Thank
his
you,
brother
Isidore.
slash
My
captain.
lord, my Tartarus 37th
just like, "Brother
Imperial Guard
Captain."
Regiment stand ready to serve you and protecting the
Emotionless.
city. They wish to make amends for...
They will have many opportunities to prove themselves warriors worthy of the Emperor.
That
The
is
Blood
right.
Ravens are leaving
That
the
is all that
city.
matters.
Its
Being worthy of the
protection is
Emperor.
in your hands.
Let them go. They're all
I
ready
will
to prove
ready my
themselves to the
men.
Emperor.
May I ask what your
let's
next
go,
course of
boys.
action is?
Orcs
Ain't
only
got no time to
respect
lose.
Strength. I intend to show them that we have it in ample supply.
Indeed, we do have that strength, Captain. And we must show it to them. Mission success. Alright, so I'm going to end this episode here. I hope you guys enjoyed this little episode. The next videos will be a bit longer because the missions get a bit longer and they get a bit more interesting. But either way, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like down below and comment your thoughts. And if you want to see more, I'm going to do more either way. But, I mean, leave a comment either way. I don't mind. Why not? But as always, guys, thanks for watching. And I'll see you in the next episode. And don't forget, subscribe or you're failing the Emperor.